My name is Isaac Monroe, and I am the presidential nominee for the Not Quite Socialism Party. Today, I want to talk about a few things with you so that you know a little bit more about our party and about what we represent and what we believe is important. And first of all, I'd like to just say that as a whole, our party believes in a strong national government. And we believe that the people should be able to put their trust in us, the government, because we believe that a strong national government and coming together as a nation will lead to a stronger country and without any conflict. As far as domestic issues, one of our more important things that we like to talk about is gun control and the lack of it in our country. If we compare the U.S. to other countries of similar socioeconomic status, the U.S. far outnumbers the amount of firearm deaths compared to the other countries due to poor gun control and lack of gun education. And one of the things that we can do to prevent this is gun education and, of course, a stricter gun policy for safety. And another thing is drugs. Drugs will become decriminalized and legalized in the U.S. For the YBYC Act to lower criminal activity and take power out of the black market, and clear the prisons of petty crime so the taxpayers' money isn't taken advantage of. For healthcare, we have in place a program called Healthcare. It will be available to all households for free making less than $125,000 a year. Any household making more would have to pay a flat tax rate of 2% on their income annually. This healthcare program covers all forms of prescription and contraception. For military action, nationally now our military budget and spending is $582.7 billion, and our plan would be to significantly cut that until it was about $290.4 billion. We would still be the most powerful military in the world. We'd have the most funding than any other country out there. So even if we cut it in half, we would still have so much money. And with our new budget, $290.4 billion, we would have $20 billion more for veterans than we do now. So veteran financial aid programs and things like that. As far as immigration and foreign affairs, we want open borders, and eventually we will get there, but until we do, we wanted to do what California does, and California representatives have want to make federal, which is the DREAM Act, allowing undocumented students to get financial aid for public colleges and community colleges. Making this federal would create a path to citizenship and success for all dreamers who serve in the U.S. military or graduated from high school and want to seek a higher education and after high school. And for environment, mandatory replanting laws for logging, and we want to heavily tax the forms of non-renewable energy, such as coal and stuff like that, that's putting natural gas and things into the environment, which is causing global warming and gonna ruin the world. I can't think. And 80% of the country, we want 80% of the country to be using renewable sources of energy by 2045, because scientists such as Stephen Hawking and other scientists have said that by 2050 there's going to be 2 billion more people on Earth than there are now. So it'll go from being 7 billion to 9 billion. And so we really need to take care of what resources we have now and make the right decisions for what little resources we have left. And For groups that support us, as well as you should, is Environment America, because of they want solar power for all incoming households. They want to protect the national parks, human rights campaign for gay and trans rights. They want to stop bad HIV laws, and they want to prevent hate crimes. People for the American Way, to defend constitutional rights, supports women's rights, and Center for American Progress. They want to ban private prisons. Paid work leave will be more implemented, and LGBT rights again, and against the global gag rule. And so these are just some of the groups that are supporting us. And yeah, I really think you should consider voting for the Not Quite Socialism group. My name is Isaac, and I approve this message. My head of green energy and my running mate, Kayla, supports this message.